Hi everyone, it's me again from my dorm room. I don't even really know where to begin because so much has happened in the past few days, ever since going to the Olympics, and just I've had a super busy schedule, met so many new people, had incredible experiences. Like even just today, so much happened today that I don't know where to start. But this is going to be me attempting to tell you all about everything that happened. So first off, I promised to introduce you to my roommate. Well, my roommates, but only one roommate is here. So this is Madison.
Hello.
Hello. She is from Texas. Texas, yes. Texas.
Yeah, Houston.
Houston. And do you want to say anything about how you like it here?
I love it. Like I was in China, so to me.
Yeah, okay. When I speak some Chinese, she speaks some really good Chinese.
我不会说.
Oh! See, she speaks some really okay. Say.
You don't even know what I said.
I know, but it sounds good. She doesn't even have an accent. Okay, so like, how do you say? I really like it here in Korea.
我很喜欢韩国，我就在韩国How do I say it already?
너무 좋아요. Oh, 벌써 너무 좋아요. Okay, good job. Thank you.
Oh,
yes.
you're welcome.
That was amazing. 한국. Okay, practically fluent now. So, she's Texan international girl. Okay. I got lost. Okay, I'm just gonna start off from I guess, where I left off kind of last time when I was heading to the Olympics with Madison actually, and then one of our other friends, Abigail. We went. So we are low budget kids, obviously. So we took the KTX, which is like the Korean rail system, and it was literally the midnight train, but this time it was going somewhere because it was very last minute, so we super impromptu invited our other friend, and it was super spontaneous. We were just like, oh yeah, totally come with us, it'll be the trip of a lifetime, and it really was. There were a lot of interesting experiences. Like we were just kind of dropped off at Gangneung, the station. We got there around 10 or 11, so it was nighttime, it was dark. We had to walk down some dark, like, private streets, and yes, it was very sketchy. We ended up staying in a gingerbang, and super sketchy. We actually were too afraid to leave our bags anywhere, because they basically had all our belongings. We were cuddling our backpacks the whole time, and it was really hot. I don't know. It must have been like 80 some degrees in there. We were all sweating. An amazing thing though, it really clears up your skin. So because you like sweat out all the toxins. So next morning we were looking fly. We were very tired because we hadn't slept a lot, obviously. But at least our skin was looking real glowy and great as we stepped out with dark circles under our eyes. But we took a random bus, used some great high quality Google offline navigation, and ended up hiking off road to the middle of nowhere, really. I think he was like a farmer or something. And we ended up like kind of low key walking up his driveway until realizing that it was actually his driveway, and then we just turned around and my friend found a different road. And it was such an amazing time. The skater from Canada, her parents were sitting right in front of me, and I got to see them because she got bronze, so they were just crying, and it was actually like really super emotional. And then I got a pic with Australia's skater. So then I also was like looking at random Instagram stories while I was like waiting for the next round of skaters to come up, and I saw Alex Chibutani, who I'm a huge fan of. I saw his Snapchat story that he was actually in the ice rink at the same time I was in the ice rink. Yeah, I summoned up all of the possible courage I could summon, and I DM'd him, and I was like, can I please get a picture with you? He did not DM me back. That was sad. But it's okay. But at least I can say I'm in Alex's DMs. So Alex, if you ever find this someday, I tried, and I would still really appreciate a picture with you.
Same.
Yes, would really appreciate a picture with you. Okay, we're moving on. Cool. So after that, Kuba Buddies, Korea University Buddy Assistant um, program, and so basically we those are just like Korean students who you partner up with, and then basically you do fun things together in a giant group. Like my group has like 60 some people in it. So we went to Timek, which is like chicken and mekju, which is beer. So chicken and beer dinner, and then we went for round two, and it was super fun. And everybody had a super great time. And like, let me tell you, Korean parties are next level parties. Like they are so much fun. Quick note: I went to a war museum that talked about um, the liberation of Korea from um, essentially just like globalization efforts. This was around the invention of the turtle ship right here. I made my own. Oh no. Oh no. That's okay. It's surviving. It definitely won't survive the voyage back home, but that's okay because I will have it while I'm here, and then I might deconstruct it and try to take it back home. But it's literally like, look at this. Like it won't even survive me holding it, let alone. Anyway, so I made my own turtle ship, and it has spikes here um to prevent Japanese soldiers back then who were really good because of all the civil wars that had been happening. They were really good at hand-to-hand combat. So, little side note here, by the way. So they would oftentimes try to embark the Korean naval ships and do hand-to-hand combat and win that way. But these little spikes on the boats actually prevented them from coming onto the boat and doing hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, this had its advantage in that sense. Um, so today we went to Sodaemun prison, which is where in like early 1900s, where a lot of the Korean freedom fighters, Korean like independence activists were being held during the Japanese occupation of Korea. And so I got to see a lot of, I guess, replicas of the torture chambers and a lot of what happened in that prison, and it was really sad to see. And honestly, when I went through and really thought about it, I was thinking, honestly, how can humans be this cruel? And to think that that's still happening in some parts of the world today, it was really, really, really sad to see. So, but the thing that really increased the mood and really brought all of us up after seeing that very depressing thing was seeing President Moon Jae-in, who is the Republic of Korea's current president. Our little group of five was lucky enough to be right by the window right when he walked by, so I got like a pretty good video. We stepped outside for lunch. I got to see a guy from the National Assembly.
Elected mayor of Incheon.
Oh, fifth elected mayor of Incheon. Okay. She knows. Madison knows. Okay, fifth elected mayor of Incheon, and I got to see him. When I was talking to him, the reason I approached him at first was really his dog, because why else would you approach a person, right? And so I approached him and I was like petting his dog, and he was just like casually chatting it up. Like he's like, "Oh, where are you guys from? Oh, that's nice." No idea, obviously, that he was the fifth elected mayor of Incheon. No idea that he was anywhere near like government. Yeah, turns out he was pretty important because when I was petting his dog and just casually talking to him, some guy was like, "Can I get your autograph?" And I was like, "What?" Suddenly started autographing like 5,000 papers, and everyone was wanting to take pictures with him. And I was like, "Okay, so maybe he's a little more important than I thought." And then thought all the day's events were over, and that was a pretty cool day overall. Biggest part of the day right here, my friends and I were part of an interview with Yonhap News. We were a bit apprehensive at first, to be honest, but we're like, yeah, well, I guess we'll do an interview. I don't see any harm in that. And he just took us aside, and I'm on camera. I was the spokesperson, and then my friends were standing behind me or next to me. We have a 3 to 4 second clip on Yonhap News. So maybe I will add that in. I realize this was a super long video, and I'm really sorry, but I really had a lot to talk to you about. Anyway, I think that's all I have. School starts tomorrow, and I'm really excited for that. And I don't have any classes on Fridays, so which is weird because school starts on a Friday. So I don't have any classes on Fridays, but I do have classes on starting Monday through Thursday. So I'm going to be preparing for my school that will start on Monday. So I think that will be this weekend's activities, including some other possible parties, but we shall see. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will try to upload that video. Bye!
그분들의 희생이 있었고 그분들의 어려움이 있었기 때문에 오늘의 우리가 이렇게 좋은 것들을 많이 누리면서 있지 않았나라는 생각이.
한국의 핏줄을 이어받은 미국인 교환학생은 자신의 뿌리를 제대로 이해할 수 있는 기회였다며 소감을 말했습니다.
It felt amazing because my mom is Korean, so I feel like I got to see a piece of my family's history. Being part of this so empowering and beautiful to see.